Hey guys, Chris with Entertain the Geeky here. Just wanting to give you some fun information. I need you guys to go to slugfestgames.com/ETG. The reason I need you to do this is because these guys have cooked up some of the best games to come out in a long time. You've got games like Red Dragon Inn, which is one of our personal favorites here, The Battle for Greyport, you've got High Noon Saloon, and Fishing for Terrorists. They've got a bunch of different stuff. And then if you want swag, they've got swag. So guys, go to slugfestgames.com/ETG for more information.
So, if you want a gun-toting, fist-fighting, beer-drinking kind of night, where do you go?
You go to the High Noon Saloon, that's where.
Brought to us by
SlugFest Games, the same people that brought you Red Dragon Inn.
Fishing for Terrorists.
And the Battle for Greyport.
And much, much more.
Guys, if you go to slugfestgames.com/ETG, you can get the hookup on all kinds of different good stuff that these guys are doing.
So many games. So much swag.
Oh my gosh, all the swag, all the games, and they have this wicked sweet game right here. High Noon Saloon.
High Noon Saloon. It's a Western game set in a bar. What could go wrong?
I mean, basically, if you came looking for a fight, you came to the right place.
No, I mean, that is their tagline.
So, guys, go to slugfestgames.com/ETG for more information. Whether you're a guy in a cave or a rogue who's sneaky, thank you for joining Chris, Rodger, and Jason as we... Go ahead, Jason.
Entertain the geeky.
Okay, guys, so behind the scenes, like normally our front end advertisements is a pre-recorded thing that we've done, and Chris is like, hey, let's wing it live for a second. And Chris's transition was just straight from ad to hitting the song, and I was done. You broke Rodger at that point.
I'm very good.
You broke Rodger. So, Jason, we're going to talk a little bit about you being a fucking nerd, if you don't mind.
All right, that's cool.
And a topic that you and I have neglected for a while, because, I mean, we have a new show getting ready to come out soon. Here in a bit. In a bit, in like a month or two. Dungeons and Dumbasses.
Yes!
Which is our take on we're going to play D&D.
Yes.
We're going to play D&D. It's going to be a comedy show. It's going to be drama. It's going to be fighting, high action.
There's going to be sex, drugs,
drinking
and
in the
rock
bars
and
and hanging out in the prostitutes.
Yeah, it's a thing. So
we're
ETG,
smoking, drinking, fucking.
ETG presents Dungeons and Dumbasses. So, but we have not talked about role playing games in a while.
It's been a minute.
And like some big news has happened in the world of role playing games.
Oh.
White Wolf is getting ready to release their beta for their new version of World of Darkness of Vampire the Masquerade. I have signed up for this.
So, what do you mean signed up?
Like, I'm signed up. I'm ready. Once the beta gets released, they're emailing it to me. And, like, I'm going to run the shit.
All right.
Like, I love World of Darkness.
I haven't played World of Darkness since...
Since you got out of your emo, I'm not a goth face. I get that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
but
teenage years still.
So, I don't want to really talk about World of Darkness, but I want to talk about just role-playing games in general. And, like what it means to be a role player. Because... for a lot of geeks out there that don't roleplay, that don't do the D&D or the Pathfinder or the Deadlands or the games we love, it's kind of this weird sort of thing to try to describe, because you're like, hey, I'm sitting around a table, rolling some dice and acting.
Making believe.
Right. But it's so much more to that. So I really want to talk about like what role-playing means to you and like some awesome times you've had.
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, I think the way you kind of put it there was accurate, but I think, sparing. Like, there's more that goes into it than just pretending to be someone else. I mean, it's not necessarily that you have to be a performer. I mean, if we're obviously the thing you're about to do.
We're performers.
We are performers, and we're going to try to entertain you guys.
Not whoa. There is no try.
We're going to entertain the geek.
Whoa. There's no do not when it comes to Chris and Rodger. We just do it.
But if you're just sitting around playing with your friends in your basement, it's really just a way to engage in something that's silly.
It's silly.
You're not trying to be cool. You know what?
No,
it's being not cool is being cool.
But it's but you also it's cooperative storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I had a conversation with Jams the other night because he's trying to do this really cool D&D thing, which I'll talk to you about off the air because Joe listens and he's playing in this game. Oh, but I told him, I said the best thing you can do, because he was so worried about how do I get players to where I want them to go. I'm like, dude, the best thing you can do as a DM is let the players do what they want to do and just leave enough hooks for them to actually trip onto what you want them to do.
Oh, sure.
That's the cooperative storytelling element. You're building a world together.
Yeah, you write a beginning and an end. You know where your story's going. You know what the beats are that lead to that end. But you let the players decide how they get there. I mean, that's the best way to do it.
What's your favorite? Let's talk. In your years of gaming, real quickly. What's like one of your most favorite moments?
Taking down a dragon's horde.
Like a horde of dragons?
No, one dragon and a big horde of golds that we got as much as we could out of there and just left the rest on.
And what system?
This was 3.5.
Do you know how jealous I am of you right now? I have never fought a fucking dragon.
Dude, fighting a dragon is hard.
I know.
We were really high level by the time this happened.
I've never fought a dragon. Like in all my years of role playing, yeah, in the Adventure League, I rode a dragon, but we were level 1. We weren't meant to fight it.
Sure.
I have never fought. I have never walked into a dragon's lair, drawn my sword, or readied my bow, knowing I was going into battle against a great dragon.
Yeah. I mean, sitting down, the greatest thing about some of those things is what happens at a table where you sit down and you try to plan how this battle's going to go out. You get recon. You try to understand the layout of the cavern system. Yeah, I mean...
And then it all goes to shit once you roll initiative.
Sure, I mean, it's still a dragon. It breathes fire and can fly, and it's fast, and you're inside its house. It's terrible.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Actually, the first time we sat down to play Dungeons and Dumbasses with our group was a breath of fresh air. So we have a couple of new players there, and it was fun watching people, and I think this is probably always my favorite thing about starting a new campaign, watching people start to become their character.
Yeah.
And you died.
No, I didn't.
I mean, you technically did. You were brought back to life, but you fell
fine.
in battle.
I was fine.
You fell in battle. In the pussy battle, you fell. Not in the real battle.
You did fall in battle.
Listen. It's a gnome bard.
You fell in battle.
Well, then you should be perfectly, capable of playing some songs to defend yourself.
I want you guys to go ahead and fuck yourselves.
The worst part is, he fell, and he the look on his face was, surprised, because he's like... I'm at 0.
I knew I should here. Yeah, I'm dead.
I knew it was gonna fucking happen. It was all but inevitable because there's fucking orcs everywhere. God,
There's 4 orcs!
that's everywhere. Okay, he's a gnome.
You just rushed out there. You're like, I'm out there in the front line. The 2 fighters were still in the bar, and you're like, I'm on the front line.
Yeah, you need to.
I did a thunder wave.
You rethink your strategy. The bards stay in the back until they're needed to go to the front.
I did a fucking thunder wave to push everybody back. It made sense on paper. And then it only pushed one back, and I started getting mouth fucked.
Do you know?
Well, the important thing is, did you learn not to do that thing?
No.
Because he's going to do it again.
He'll do it again.
Look, my character's a little bit impulsive.
A little gung-ho about his life.
So, I mean, you've heard him sing.
I have.
You all will hear him sing soon enough.
Will.
My favorite role-playing moment was actually during Merle's truck stop in Maine. When Matt lost his arm.
Oh, that was awesome.
He goes, I'm gonna stick my hand through this thing and see, and he just loses his arm, and he goes, oh, that's not good. That right there, that's not good. Just cracked me up. And we all died in that game.
Everybody died.
We're gonna be doing Emerald's Truck Stop real soon.
Yes.
Like as a ETG special. We're gonna do Emerald's Truck Stop in Maine demo episode. I think our original cast might change a little, and we'll talk off the air about that because I know someone I want to have come on for this.
Is it me?
Well, you're definitely part of it. Lemur's part of it, but there's
he's just saying that to make me feel better.
Fuck off, long-haired hippie fucker.
It's on the air, so it's official.
Fuck off, long-haired hippie dude. We talked about this. I said I want you and Lemur to play Emerald's Truck Stop as a special, but there's a third person I want to invite on.
A menage.
Yeah, I want to invite him on, but I want to have him on the show before we do.
Haven't you ever heard of a Manage 03?
A Manage 03? That was freaking magical right there, what you just did with those words.
Yeah. So, Jason, what's your favorite role-playing game?
What's a Manage 03 now?
What is my favorite role-playing game is still Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't mean a specific system. I just mean playing in the world of magic and elves and dwarves and stuff. That's pretty much always my go-to. I love it.
What about you, Christopher?
It's D&D.
Am I the only one that's not going to say D&D?
No, you're going to say Deadlands.
I'm actually, Deadlands is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's other games.
No, there's other great games out there.
I used to love playing Vampire. I used to love playing Werewolf. I loved these games.
There's so many other games out there. Like D&D will always hold a special place. I think it was like D&D was one of the later role playing games. Because role playing was okay in my house growing up. D&D was not.
Sure.
It was taboo.
It was a very weird thing. So like I could play Vampire. I could play Deadlands. I could play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness. I could do all those things. I could play Star Wars. D&D until 3rd edition came out was kind of this taboo thing that we just didn't do.
Well, no, like so.
It's because your parents thought it promoted devil worship.
My mom
and my friends, like honestly,
mom grew up Pentecostal. So like the first time D&D got brought up in my house, my mom's like, "That's for devil worshippers."
Southern Baptist.
No.
I'm saying Southern Baptist.
Okay, so I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the greatest thing is that when most of those people who had that mindset found out is it's just a loose collection. At least at that time, it was just a loose collection of nerds with skin problems that enjoyed, Mountain Dew and potato chips.
And like you really didn't role play in the original Dungeons and Dragons. You were like, how do I hold on? Because here's exactly how a session of 0 edition D&D went. All right, you guys walk down a cavern. You see a goblin. Okay, I attack. Hold on, what the fuck do I roll? I gotta roll a D6, a D4, a D8, divide it by 2, times it by 1.5. Alright, hold on, guys. Like, that was 0 edition D&D, followed by you see a sack of flour and you touch it, you die.
Never touch the flower.
When the game first came out, I mean, it's kind of a goofy joke that a lot of people have gone to, but it's actually based in reality. When you first play D&D, it's awkward, right? Like it's, hey, you guys can talk to each other now.
I attack the darkness.
I'm Glanthor, the merciful. What are you doing? Like it's weird at first, right? Like
no, it is. You're right.
The best is like when you have an experienced player and like the complete newbie, and the newbie's like, my name is Jonthal. I have a dagger and a bow, and I'm dressed in a cloak. And the other guy goes, I am Rigor, clan of the Rigorians. My family has died. I have a scar across my left cheek. And what that is from, I will not tell.
That sounds like Capuano.
Don't worry about my weapons, because you will never see them unless it's battle.
Or Brent. You could Capuano or Brent at that point.
Like that is the best thing, because the newbie's like, oh my god, I want to be him so bad.
I want to be. Why am I not you?
Are there any girls there? If there are any girls there, I want to do them.
Okay, so what's funny is Dungeons and Dumbasses, we have Tara and Carly.
Yeah.
So we have
Carl,
girls.
the cosplayer.
Yeah.
Tara is brand new to role playing. This is her first role playing thing.
Sure.
She rolled everything for her character and has one of the best characters that I've ever seen.
She
because
sniffs
of it.
people.
She's so awkward.
She was raised by wolves, I believe. I think
yeah,
that was
right.
I think that was the thing.
So awkward.
Yeah.
But so much fun. And like she's figured out, like talking to her about it a little bit, she started to figure out that, oh, my character would do this. And I'm like, yes, your character would. And I love it. I love it. I think it's freaking adorable.
It is great. When I got Corey involved in a game, it was great.
What game you got Corey involved into?
I ran a Pathfinder game for her and Zach, Shannon, and Lemur.
Huh?
Yeah, they were... so the premise of that game was a more ancient time in the D&D world when humans were still like primitive cave people. And the land was pretty much dominated by elves and dwarves, and they were at war with one another. And it all each one of my players played an elf from like a different tribe of elves from around the world that got summoned to answer the call of the high elven king to quest because the dwarves had stolen a priceless artifact. I mean, it was classic, hero stuff.
Yeah.
And it was my wife and Zach and Shannon and Lemur, and it was great
because we want to be heroes.
It was super.
So
fun.
on that note of being a hero. Random thing. So tonight, me, Tara, and the kids went to Little Caesars. Super romantic.
All right.
I want to know how a hero plays into this.
I'm going to explain. Let me get on with my story.
Furthermore, why isn't there Little Caesars for me?
It's in the fridge. So we go to Little Caesars, and I go inside, I get pizza, and Christopher came with me. We come out, and Tara's like, hey, I got quarters for the kids to get bouncy balls. So she goes in, the kids go back in. I put the pizza in the car, follow behind them, and they get their bouncy balls. We exit, and I go to get Tara's door for her. I open the car door, and a lady in the car next to us was like, what just happened?
Because fucking gentleman etiquette is gone nowadays.
So she goes,
chivalry's dead.
She goes, I've never seen that happen in real life. And I was like, what?
Were you like, hey, you should
And
just come live with me?
She goes, you're a true gentleman. And I was like,
I'm not,
thanks.
but yes.
And then I looked at Tara and I was like, you're welcome.
That lady's going to go home tonight and be like, bitching to her husband, you never open the car door for me.
Right?
You never pull out your chair for me.
Well, there
you
was
never stand up when I leave the room.
This lady had like a 3-minute conversation with Tara as I'm trying to drive off after that about
because
how
pizza's
awesome
getting
it was.
cold.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, hey, it's time to go. Lady, I'm glad I made your day. Shut up. We need to go eat pizza.
I'll be honest with you.
I hope she's not a listener. You just alienated one of your listeners.
Well, we alienate all our listeners all the time, but we love them. We just call them out on their bullshit. Like, that's how it works. I mean, that's what nerd culture is. It's, we love you, but the fact that you think the Hulk can beat Wolverine means you're fucking stupid. Like that is nerd culture.
I think that's the problem with nerd culture. We're way too serious about this. It's such a subjective thing to talk about.
Listen, you just had a bad conversation about the hyperdrive versus warp drive, okay?
You're right. I had a bad conversation, but that bad conversation was with Zach. Zach is a brick wall when it comes to Star Trek. You cannot talk about Star Trek being inferior to anything.
But Discovery is going to be inferior. It's going to be so.
I don't know.
Nick, look, here's the thing.
Inferior.
No, Nicholas Myers and CBS are already working on the next Star Trek project because Discovery's going to tank.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to tank. I think it'll appeal to at least some people that are Star Trek.
Yeah, you know what else appeals to people? Like, there are people out there in the world that want to know how big your poop are.
You're right. There are people who care about poop size.
I pooped green one time and sent it to my mom.
I pooped purple one time. Thank you, Blueberry cereal.
Nice.
Yes.
Dude, blueberries
Fruit
delicious.
Loops. Fruit Loops make your poop green.
Is it sad that, like, after Chris's conversation about being a fucking gentleman, like, all I heard from that is, like, there's pizza in the fridge?
Yeah.
No, well, it wasn't. It wasn't like it was. We were talking about heroes.
I think I need to get me some of that pizza.
We were talking about heroes, and I was like, it wasn't even like a big deal. Like, it was just getting the door for your significant other.
We can be heroes.
Were you thinking that We Can Be Heroes, like Chad Kroger's song, like your hero can save us?
And I did. I saved her by opening that car door. God, I'm amazing.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God. Chris, you're an amazing individual.
Yes. With my door holding.
I gotta mention something that I think is just really funny because I knew it was gonna happen. Did you guys see that there's a review up for Inhumans right now?
No.
Oh my God, the reviewer is so brutal. He's like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, you gotta check out the review. The review is brutal.
Why is it the worst thing he's ever seen?
He can't talk about specifics because of the embargo on.
Well, okay, so is he like did you get the feeling? Did you get the feeling that he's one of those guys that just doesn't understand Inhumans?
No. I get the feeling he understands Inhumans quite well.
Okay, then he can be enraged.
And he was. Oh my God!
Because there's nothing worse than like someone who doesn't know the source material. Like, that is so horrible. Well, that is the worst thing. Listen, if you didn't read the book, if you don't know the comics, if you don't know anything other than the fact that this is a fucking movie, go fuck yourself. No. Like these people. I haven't seen the Dark Tower yet, but these people are bitching about the Dark Tower, and I'm holding judgment until I see it. It could still be good. We haven't seen it yet. All these reviews, everyone's like, I've never read the book, but I can tell you this movie's not good. Well, fuck off then. What do you know?
How would you even? Why is it even relevant to you if you haven't read the book? Why?
Like, you can say this movie's not entertaining to people who haven't read the book. But if you're a fan of something, and I haven't seen the Dark Tower movie, but if I'm a fan of the books.
Me too.
Like, I read those books when I was 12 years old, and like I was so excited to read the finale, even after books 5 and 6. I was in it to win it. Okay, don't rain on my parade. Do not rain on my parade. I will rain on it myself. Because I'm going to talk next week. I'm going to talk about the Dark Tower if I can see it and how disappointing it is.
What do you aim with?
What do I aim with?
Yeah.
I do not aim with my gun. That is for sure. I aim with my mind and my heart.
Are you going to go see the Dark Tower this week?
I plan on it.
Rodger, you kill with your
I'll probably go see it Thursday.
Because I thought you were a guy who didn't go to movies. How come every time I invite you to go to a movie, you're like,
because you always invite me to like. Here's the thing. You invite me to like here's the big grand opening. I hate people. I hate people in movie theaters.
Do you? Okay.
I would if I can walk in a movie theater and there's like 3 other people, I am golden. Because they're not going to be the popcorn munching, soda drinking, noise making sons of bitches. They're going to sit there quietly, enjoy the movie, laugh appropriately, scream appropriately, and make me enjoy my experience.
Wow, do you realize how much of an old man you sound
Yes,
like right
but
now?
here's the thing. I have always been that way when it comes to
I've
theaters.
paid my dues.
No. I've always like when I go to a movie theater and I see that one guy walking with like a huge thing of popcorn and the soda. I'm like, you can't finish that before the previews end. Like if you come in with a hot dog and like a small drink, you're gonna knock that shit out. Preview 1.5, right? When the movie starts, I don't want to hear ice slurping and popcorn bag ruffling. I paid my money, and I have always been this way. Ever since I was a teenager when I started movies, I've always been that way.
You could have been a teenager, but it still makes you sound like an old fogey.
Makes you sound like a dick.
Here's the thing. I get that.
I don't want to interact with people socially. Fuck that.
No, I would love. Like, you can hit me up outside the movie theater after the movie ends, and I will talk to you about that movie until we're blue in the face. I love that shit. Here's what I don't love. I'm trying to watch the movie, and I hear. That shit annoys me. I'm trying to watch a movie.
I feel like you're severely exaggerating the level of ambient noise in a movie theater. Yeah,
I am. But I focus on that. I'm like I focus on that shit. I'm like, you motherfucker, you've got to be kidding me right now. Did you seriously bring a bag of beef jerky into this motherfucker? What is your problem?
Well, hold on, time out. Beef jerky's delicious.
It is delicious.
I think if you're gonna bring anything to the movie theater, it should be beef jerky.
No, you know what you bring? I
don't know why I haven't.
Here's what you bring in the movie theaters: unwrapped Twinkies. If they're already unwrapped, they're gonna make no noise while you eat them, and we're good.
Where are you gonna be storing
You
unwrapped?
are
That is not my
Are you
problem.
gonna put them in your
Actually,
pocket?
hold
Like
on,
what the
time
fuck?
out. No. So there's such a thing as a movie theater bag. And if you have a woman in your life, she has this bag. And it's basically a fucking duffel bag.
So you're gonna have her putting unwrapped Twinkies in her purse? Like,
Yeah.
You put them in a Ziploc bag.
No, Ziploc makes.
he's talking about not having a bag at all because it makes too much noise.
Roger, you sound stupid.
No, I'm serious. Like, here's the thing.
Put them in a fucking Ziploc baggie. It doesn't make that much noise.
This
You
is
open
why-
it during the previews, you slide them out as it plays.
During the previews is cool. During the previews, make as much fucking noise as you want. I don't care if you're on your phone. I don't care if you're jerking in the theater seat. Do what you got to do in the previews. Once those credits roll, finish your drink, have your food eaten, and let's enjoy this movie.
You do not finish your drink before.
No.
No, then you're going to have to piss 8 times.
I don't care. Don't get
Shut
up.
up.
You hold it like a man. All I'm saying.
No, that's a correct statement.
This is why I cannot go. Like when you invite me to movies, it's always for like midnight showings. And as much as I love being with fellow nerds seeing these movies, the level of annoyance is there, because if like half the crowd laughs at a moment that's not funny, like I was like, no, don't laugh. I am that much of a judgmental prick.
If something subjective
Now you're
is not good
implying
for
that
him,
comedy doesn't apply the same or differently to other people.
No,
like, what are you
here's the
talking
problem.
about?
Here's the problem, Jason. I'm not applying that. I am saying that is fine. This is why I don't go to the movie theaters, because I am that irritated. Like, it takes me out of the movie, and I'm like this. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Shut the fuck up.
I don't understand why you're so angry.
It doesn't do the anger. I'm not
so
angry.
hostile.
Like me and my brother, I have seen every James Bond movie in theater with my brother since the movie after GoldenEye. Since the movie after GoldenEye, we have seen every James Bond movie in theater.
So Die Another Day?
No, was it Die Another Day? Or was it Tomorrow Never Dies? So from Tomorrow Never Dies up, we have seen every James Bond movie in theaters. We make sure we go to these movie theaters at 10 in the morning. Do you know why? Because it's all old ladies who are all like, I just love James Bond. And they sit there, and then after the movies, we're talking, we're doing our thing.
So then how come, you don't respond to my text message with, hey, I don't want to go see it at midnight, but let's go see it tomorrow at 11.
Because I'm down for that. I'm down for that, but like in my mind, you've seen it in the midnight, you're getting out of the theater at 3 in the morning.
Do you know I saw Spider-Man Homecoming the first 4 nights it was open?
That's awesome. You're a fucking freak.
oh my god.
Great.
Seeing a movie 4 times in a row.
Jason,
To
I
be
think
fair.
you're a good person for that.
I love you, Jason. To be fair, though, like, I saw Cloverfield twice in one day.
Yeah.
Like, it happens.
I went to the damn Iron Man freaking, marathon that they did before Avengers.
Yeah, that makes you awesome. I would be so irritated by the time the Avengers came out, because all the things every little thing that those persons have done in the theaters, when I see someone walk in with a kid, like a kid, I'm like, why is a kid in this movie? This movie is rated R. Why is there it could be a 12-year-old kid. It could be a 12-year-old kid. I'm like, why is this kid here? He's going to say something. He's going to talk.
The best was when I went to see Watchmen and there was a mom in there with
Oh
her
my
children.
God, yes.
And within the first 10 minutes, she had gotten up and walked out with her children to get back in the car and go home.
Here's the thing, like I went and saw Paranormal Activity in a very packed theater, right? But everyone in that theater, like, it was like an alignment of the stars. Everyone was quiet. Everyone jumped at the appropriate time. My brother, I felt bad for everybody because here's me and my brother doing Paranormal Activity. We are just very still. Like, all the jump scares, everything. Like, there's no jumping. There's none of that. In our heads, it's, that was scary. That was creepy. That was awesome.
Trying to be a big tough guy over here.
My brother, I want to call my brother right now.
We felt nothing.
No, at the end of the movie, me and my brother
Cool
get
guys
up.
don't get scared.
Me and my brother get up, walk out of the movie, and we're like, that movie fucked with us. That movie was scary. It did awesome things, except for the ending. And then we bitched about the ending. But that's my problem. I don't like people because they take me out of the movie. I'm paying my money. And now...
So are all of them.
And you're right.
You're not the only one paying money.
But now...
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
But now with big screen TVs, home theater systems being the way they are, I can wait, watch the movie in the comfort of my own home, in the quietness that I want.
And then he can cry. And then, guess what else he can do?
What?
Huh?
Oh, well, he can fish for some terrorists.
I can fish for terrorists?
You can fish for terrorists. Do you know how you can do that?
I can go to slugfestgames.com/ETG.
That's what you can do, all right. And while you're there, you can check out games like Red Dragon Inn, High Noon Saloon.
Battle for Greyport.
That's right! Guys, go to slugfestgames.com/ETG for a little more info. Check out the swag there.
So much swag.
Everything from shirts to steins to
Flasks.
flasks, a little bit of everything. Pick up whatever you're missing from Red Dragon Inn. If there is an expansion that you do not have, get it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's hard to get these expansions. You can get slugfestgames.com/ETG.
Or if there's an individual character that you want,
slugfestgames.com/ETG.
Yep, get Pookie.
Get Pookie
is my stuff. So yeah, like Roger said,
slugfestgames.com/ETG.
that's the one.
That's it right there, guys.
That's it right there, guys.
Do you know what else you need to do? Hey, do you know where to go if you have a hole in your comic collection?
Well, you go to cloud9comics.com.
Cloud9 Comics and More.
It is Cloud9 Comics and More, and it's not .com, but it's an eBay page.
There's an eBay page. Do you know what else you get from there? You get great graded comics. You get more. Jason, what do you get from Cloud9 Comics and More? You work there.
Dude, I work there. Oh, you're putting all my business out there? You can get all kinds of stuff.
Like a Buddy Jesus stuffed animal?
A little stuffed Buddy Christ I got some awesome 9/8 CGC graded comics. It's great.
They sell movies too.
It's more.
It's more. Like
It's
it's
more.
an amazing little store.
There's toys, there's cards, everything you can think of.
If you guys are looking for something in particular, or you're looking to unload your collection, why don't you give Paul Gabney a call?
Yeah, you can reach him at 691-2864. Again, 314-691-2864.
Let me make sure I got that right. 314-691-2864.
And that's Paul.
Paul Gabney at Cloud9 Comics and More. Gabani at Cloud9 Comics and More.
That's the one.
Guys, check him out.
Now that we're past all of the advertisements and all that fun stuff, guys, thank you for tuning in and stay geeky.
I promise I'll get young one day.